Welcome back to the Cracking FAANG YouTube channel. Today we're going to be solving Leetcode problem 958, check completeness of a binary tree. Before we get into it, you guys know the drill. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me grow. Alright, let's read the question prompt. Given the root of a binary tree, determine if it is a complete binary tree. In a complete binary tree, every level, except possibly the last, is completely filled, and all nodes in the last level are as far left as possible, and it can have between 1 and 2h nodes inclusive of the last level h. And that should actually be 2 to the h when it got copied over. It didn't seem to do the exponent. So this should be 2 to the h. Obviously, it's a binary tree. So, okay, so let's look at an example. Is this tree a complete binary tree? Well, let's look at the criteria. So is every level filled completely? So this level is filled completely because there's no nulls. This level is filled completely. This level it does have one null. So that means it's not filled completely, but this null is the rightmost node, right? All of the non-null nodes are as far left as possible. Therefore, that's okay. And since this is the last level in the tree, that's okay, because if there's a null, then every level after that should also be null. So this one is a valid complete tree. Let's look at this one. So we have a full level of the first one, full level of the second one. Here we can see that this child is null, and this tree is not complete because the node 7 is not as far left as it could be, right? There's a gap between the 5 and the 7, which is filled by a null, and it shouldn't be. If this were to be complete, this 7 and the null should be swapped. But because this 7 is not as far left as possible as it could be, therefore this is not valid. So this question is pretty simple. And, we have to traverse the entire tree here. So we're going to go with a BFS level order. And this is just because we're obviously validating each level. So we're just going to do a BFS level order, simple iterative solution. And there's two things that we're going to look for. The first is going to be, so if we've seen a null, so if null seen, then we want to make sure that that's the last node on the level that is null, right? So let me rephrase that. If we've seen null on a level, then all other on level have to equal, or need to equal to null as well, right? Because if there is a null and then a non-null after it, we violate the fact that the nodes in that level need to be as far left as possible. So that needs to hold. If we've seen a null, then we can't see any other non-null nodes after that null on that level. And the second is if null seen, then it has to be the last level in the tree. So next level should be empty, right? Like in this one, we did see a null here, and that's okay because it's the last level in the tree, right? This level after it didn't have any values because they're all null. Therefore, it's fine for this null to be here. If there was a value, say 4 had a child, and we'll call it 9, this would not be a complete tree because we cannot have another level after it after we've seen a null, right? As we can see from the tree, right? All the nodes in the last level are completely as far left as possible. So if we see a null, it has to be in the last level of the tree. Otherwise, it's not a complete tree. So pretty simple. Like I said, it's going to be a BFS solution, and we're going to be looking for these two criteria. Basically, if we see a null, we need to make sure that all of the other items in that level are also null. Otherwise, we violate it. And if we've seen a null, then we need to check that at the end of the level that's null, we need to check that our queue only has nulls inside of it. And if it doesn't, if it has any value that's non-null, then we know that we don't have a complete tree and we can return false. So let's go to the code editor and type this up. It's very simple. It's about 15 lines of code. We're in the code editor. Let's type this up. So one of the core components of this question is whether or not we've seen a null, because that's going to change the logic that we have to perform perform for the rest of the level and also the next level. So we need a variable to keep track of whether or not we've seen a null. So we're going to say null seen, and this is going to be false. Because once we've seen a null, basically the question can almost end there, because we just need to verify two things, and if either of them are false, then basically we're done. So we're going to do this, like I said, in a breadth first search manner, and we're going to be using a queue here. So let's define that data structure. So we'll say collections.deck, and we'll put the root in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to say while queue, so while we have something to process, we're going to say we need to do a check whether or not we saw a null on the last level. If we saw a null on the last level, then that means that this entire level should be null, right? In this case, where we saw a null here, the only way that this would be a complete tree is if there's nothing on this next level. So if this 4, this 5, this 6 don't have any children, because if that were true, then we would basically we would not have filled this entire row, which means that this is not a complete tree. So the null node has to be in the very last level of the tree, and it has to be, I guess, all the non-null nodes in that level have to be as far left as possible. So if we've seen a null, we need to verify that everything in the queue at this point is going to be null. So we're going to say if null seen. So if we've seen a null, we want to return not any queue. So what any will do is it's going to look through an iterable, and if any of the values are true, then basically it's going to return true. So here we're looking through the queue to see if any values are true. Obviously, non-null values in Python will evaluate to true. So if any of them are true, this will return true. Therefore, if this returns true, then that means that there is a non-null value in our queue, which is why we negate it by saying not any queue. So we want to make sure that none of the values in here are true, because if they're all false, as they should be for a complete tree, any will return false, and then not false will be true, which means that we have a complete tree. Whereas if we have something in there, then that means it's not a complete tree, and then we want to return not true, which is false, which is going to be our solution here. So a little bit confusing, but kind of think of how this works, and then maybe if you've never seen the any function before, it's a bit weird, but it's not too bad. So that's if we've seen a null. Otherwise, we need to just do our standard level order traversal here. So else we're gonna say, all right, so we need to go through our current level. So we're gonna say for blank in range lang queue. So this is gonna process the current level of the queue. We're gonna say the current node we're working with is queue.popleft. And what we're going to do is we actually need to make sure that our node is non-null. So we're going to say if not node. What we want to do here is we want to say null seen is going to be equal to true, because obviously we just saw a null node. Otherwise, if we saw a non-null node, then we need to check whether or not we saw a null node on this level, because that would mean that we have not a complete tree. So in this example, the level here, as you can see, would be in the queue would be 4, 5, null, 7. Once we get to the null, we'll mark that we've seen it. Null seen will be true. And then when we get to the 7, we're going to check, okay, if null seen, so if we've seen a null on that level, then that means that our value here, which is non-null because we just checked for it, is not as far left as it could be. Therefore, this is not a complete tree. So we can return false here because our non-null value is not as far left as possible, which violates one of the two conditions here for a complete binary tree. Otherwise, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with our nodes. We can simply append its left and its right children to the queue. So we're going to say append node.left, and we're going to say, queue.append node.right. All right. And that is basically going to run, and it's going to check our queue. So once our queue basically breaks out of this while loop because there's no elements inside of it, either we'll have returned false from within here or true if it's a complete tree, Or at this point, since we haven't flagged anything for being false, we can simply just return true because the time to find that it wasn't a valid tree was inside of the actual loop. So if we break out of this, then we know that we're fine. We can simply return true here. I just want to make sure I haven't made any syntax bugs, and it looks like I haven't. So let's submit this, and we're good. All right, so time and space complexity analysis. Obviously here we are doing a breadth first search in a level order traversal. So obviously this is going to be a big O of n runtime where n is the number of nodes in the tree. And then for the space complexity, again, we're doing a breadth first search traversal through this tree. We're going to be using a queue here, and the number of elements inside of our queue is going to depend on how big the tree is, obviously. So again, it's going to be big O of n in the space, where again n is the number of nodes in the tree. So pretty straightforward. Like I said, you just have those checks for the null, and that's really the crux of this problem. But otherwise, it's a really simple level order traversal. There's a ton of questions like this on Leetcode where you'd use this pattern, except for there's like small little tweaks here and there, but the pattern is the same. So definitely one to know if you haven't already memorized how to do a breadth first search level order traversal through some sort of tree. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I have a ton of videos already made, and I plan to make a whole lot more. So subscribe so you don't miss those. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.